is, fam? We got Bo-Katan in the house now, and we have managed to do some testing of Bo-Katan. I've got some footage that I want to show you guys of Bo-Katan against several teams right now. Now, the jury is still out on exactly where Bo-Katan's viability will be, and also I think something that's important to call out is that we might be getting more pieces to this puzzle. There was a data mine that I do want to call out right now. I'll pull that up here on the screen for you guys. It looks like we've got some additional bundles here, and something Sig said is that these Galaxy of Heroes bundles are Marquee packs. The first ones are Armor, Dark Trooper, and Bo. Looks like there's 6 Marquees coming at this point, so 3 additional Marquees probably coming. And so right now, if Bo-Katan doesn't seem to be doing as much work as you'd like her to do, that could be because there's just a missing piece of the puzzle. That said, there still definitely does seem to be some very, very legitimate viability here against a lot of the meta teams right now. Now, the testing I did in here, I'll show you the team that I was testing with, and we were testing in Conquest. And so I want to be very clear that testing in Conquest is not going to be a perfect reflection of what these characters can do. I had very minimal data discs equipped right now, nothing crazy, just a little bit of a health boost, a little bit of a damage boost, nothing too crazy right now because we were early phases in Conquest. But then also we're going against like a gas team with that damage mirroring where you're doing a lot of damage to yourself as you do damage, and we still were able to get wins with gas. And so anyway, just want to call that out. It's the best testing I could put together. I'll show you guys the footage, but just be aware, Conquest testing is not going to be a one-to-one comparison for what you would see out there in Grand Arena, for example. So more testing still needs to be done. But here's a couple things about Bo-Katan you need to know. First of all, she's very squishy. Look at this. Under 100,000 combined health and protection here right now. Now, obviously, we could put some different mods on her right now. This is just what we've got. We could revamp this significantly. In fact, I do think she's going to need to have some more health on her. I like offense on her. I like potency, but I think if I were to remod her, I would definitely try to pump her up a little bit with protection to give her a little added survivability. I found myself struggling to keep Bo-Katan alive in a lot of these battles. This is a team I really like, and I'll talk to you a little bit about why I like this team. Big reason is because of Bo-Katan's leader ability, which does give you bonus attacks every time you use a basic ability. A lot of these characters have strong, beefy basic abilities, especially Canderous and Django. I really like those two basicing a lot. Now, on this account, Canderous Ordo, he's got decent damage. He's only Relic 3, but he has no crit damage. I would definitely beef up your Canderous with crit damage if you're going to use this team, because he's going to be critting a lot. Crit damage, crit chance, and then as high offense as you can get. You really don't need to worry a ton about speed for him. It's going to be about beefing him up and getting him to basic tap a lot. And then the last mod bit that I want to call out is I really like a fast armor for a lot of reasons, but especially using the This Is the Way ability right at the beginning, calling all Mandalorian allies to assist. Only 10% less damage on that, but remember, Bo-Katan, she's going to deal 50% more damage on her basic tap assist, which is going to just really fuel a lot of damage. So I like a fast armor here. So you'll see here in this battle, we're going to go against the gas team. We will get the first turn. That's probably not going to happen in the real world, okay? We're probably going to see Rex going first against most gas teams. I wish I could see the mods here, but because it's Conquest, we can't really see. But you see there, shoot pretty quickly through gas. And then, of course, the damage mirroring did present an issue. Now, I don't end up doing this in this battle. I believe that I started, so we were just kind of winging it here at this point, trying to get a feel for how things would work. But one thing I really like about Canderous, that you guys could start really taking advantage of here, is adding the Beskar Armor to Canderous, in particular, at the 3 stacks of ingots, is very, very beneficial. And we'll show a battle here in a little bit where we were able to get that. But you've got Bo-Katan's taunt ability, and I kept wondering, like, how should this ability work? It's the ability there on the far right. what's going to be the best way to take advantage of that. And I think a really great way to take advantage of it is to give the taunt to whoever you've got that ingot, that full Beskar armor on, because they're going to counter. And when they counter, they're going to deal, they're going to call assisting because it's basic, etc. And so there's just a lot of benefit to having Beskar armor on a taunter in this case. And so I think that's kind of why it benefits you to pass it around. Also, I think that the team, something that really surprised me, honestly, about the team is it felt kind of squishy as I was going through this. There's a lot of tankiness and survivability built into this kit. And I think that's maybe by design because the kit has so much health regeneration, so much survivability built into it. And I think that's maybe one of the reasons why we have this taunting ability, so that we can shift the focus. Okay, now you got to focus on Canderous. Now you got to focus on Mando. Now you got to focus on Jango or whoever you decide to bring in. So I'm not going to finish a lot of these battles. A big reason why, I just wanted to see if I could get to a point where I won. I think we can agree that I've probably won this battle, and that I wanted to save my stamina so I could test the Mandalorian somewhere else. So here we go. Here we go against Jedi Revan. So we're going to call this mass assist here. And again, Jedi Revan teams can be pretty quick. The armorer speed, again, is at 323 speed, and so I'll let you guys gauge where that would work for you in the real world on how beneficial that could be. But this battle went well. Also, a little bit tricky against Jedi Revan. I think this one was a bit of a lengthy battle, and I'm not sure if I quite figured out. Yes, I did. So we're doing the taunt on Canderous, but you kind of want to wait until you give the Beskar to Canderous. So there we give it to Canderous. And then I think right after this, Bastila dispels. Yeah. And so against this team in particular, something we kind of learned, and I don't think I ever did it right, but we speculated on after the battle, is let's maybe wait until the dispel abilities have been used, then call the taunt, then drop the Beskar on as soon as possible, but drop the taunt once you know it's going to stick, so that they can focus that attack on Canderous. And then you got a fun combo because of Bo-Katan's leader ability, or I think it actually might be in her unique ability. I think the unique is the protection recovery. Let me double check here. Stronger Together is her unique ability, and yeah, whenever a Mandalorian ally attacks out of turn, allies recover 8% health and protection. So every time Canderous gets hit, he's going to attack 2, maybe 3 times, and he's going to recover that health and protection when he does that. And so it makes him very survivable. You can see these counters here. And the damage that we're doing here, this is only Relic 3. We don't have the crit damage on him. And so I think the potential there for this combo of giving that Beskar armor to Canderous, dropping the taunt on him, and then watching him just kind of go to work, I think there's a lot of potential there from an offensive perspective. So there we've got the taunt on him now. We got some more Beskar armor we can give. I also like giving that to Bo. Probably should have waited there, but look, here's the countering, and you'll see the benefit here. It just keeps coming. It just keeps coming. And 18,000 damage there without the crit damage. I'd really like to see what he hits at. Maybe higher relic level and maybe higher damage. So let's skip ahead a little bit in this battle. This one went on for a while, but you can see we were able to get a win. Here's a Rex team. This isn't really a team I think you guys are going to see very much, but that was something we were able to manage pretty well, and that had the damage reflection. Night Sisters, pretty easy to manage as well. I think that's probably, you know, if you want to use them against Night Sisters, that's great. I don't think that we necessarily need an answer to Night Sisters right now, but maybe good to know that it worked well against Night Sisters. And so we'll skip ahead in this. And you can see there kind of where we were. It took us a while to get to the covered Acolyte. Bounty Hunters worked pretty well. Here's that battle right now. And again, obviously the stacks of defense. This is Galactic, or this is Conquest. A little bit different than what we'd see in the real world. The battle that I did struggle with, here we go, Palpatine, that worked pretty well. Here's the battle that I did struggle with that I want to call out is Darth Revan. This was a bit tricky. And this is without Bastila, okay? So again, not necessarily a one-to-one comparison of what you see. I'm not sure if this is the team for you, especially because Bo-Katan is going to be taking that fear. The whole team's going to get feared. Now, I did lose a couple battles here against Darth Revan. That's definitely a loss. We did one more that ended up being a loss. And then this one, I believe, was the battle that we ended up managing to get a win. I'm not sure exactly what... I don't think we really changed much in our attack strategy. I think a lot of it was kind of RNG based. We always took the fear against Darth Revan, which was notable. I always kind of debated who I wanted to attack first. I think Marauder tended to get that. I like to save Malik for towards the end because he just, really wrecks you. And you can see there the squishiness of Bo-Katan getting one shot by HK. Not really that crazy of a hit by HK. And here we're going to do Whistling Birds. And this is why we were able to get the win, I think, because we got the Whistling Birds over on Mando, or over on Darth Revan. I think that made a big difference. And we did give that Beskar over to Django, mostly out of survivability. And something else you kind of want to balance is with Mando. You guys already know about this, but how you're going to balance out that damage immunity, time that right. Sometimes that made a big difference in what battles we were able to win and what battles we weren't. And so you could see there, that one was going to end up being a win. And that we were able to beat Bugs, not really too hard at all. Really, most of these teams, almost all of these teams that I faced, it just feels like a lot of those normal teams that you guys face a lot. Troopers, no problem against the Troopers. Was a pretty quick battle. And then here we are back at the beginning against Gas. So TLDR here. I think Bo-Katan's great. I think she's going to beat a lot of meta teams right now. I'm a little more curious about how she's going to perform on defense still, but it seems like if you want to use her to beat some big teams, she's probably going to be able to do that. I don't necessarily think that's going to work very well against Galactic Legends right now. I went into a couple battles with Galactic Legends. It was an epic fail. Could be a modding thing. Could be that we're missing a piece. Maybe we'll get to a point where she's able to do that. But that's kind of the long story short of what I've been able to find out about Bo-Katan in just a day of testing. So let me know what you guys think about Bo-Katan down in the comments below. Are there any discoveries you guys have had? Let me know. I'm going to give her, my grade of Bo-Katan is probably a B+. I think she's good. I still think she's missing something. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Where are you guys at? Let me know. And as always, my brothers, don't forget,